The concept of the distance design online framework started with observing an amazing learning opportunity that was somewhat flawed, but which revealed opportunities that could benefit contemporary design students. Students from 2 universities, from 2 different countries, took turns collaborating on site-specific projects at the host university's campus. The experience widened their perspectives and encouraged them to bridge cultural gaps and work together to accommodate a shared vision. Students were jet-lagged and often torn between making friends and truly researching and understanding the culture they were designing for. The distance design framework has lots of moving parts, seemingly complicated, but actually quite familiar in today's virtual workplace. Global perspectives are essential for cultural sustainability, and very often designers are asked to design for communities or cultures outside of themselves. Research, ethnographic research specifically, is integral to the growing user-centered design practices. Collaboration is key in the design world. The days of egocentric design are falling way to sharing economies and genuine teamwork. The educator's primary job, then, is focused on making sure that the student learning objectives are reinforced throughout the project. Exercising empathy across diverse people and cultures helps design students expand their perspectives, deepen their respect for the people at the center of their designs, and better identify potential users' explicit and latent needs. Finally, technology is strategically woven throughout the framework to support and streamline the team's interactions. Actually, the framework's setup is quite simple. Let's take this example. A student design team from Guam U wants a culturally immersive design experience. They are matched up with a research team from Hong Kong College who understands and has access to a community of potential users. By removing their own design agenda from the research, they can observe and interview without bias and potentially see things they've never even noticed before on their own. The research is uploaded by our research team in Hong Kong, and the Guam U team starts combing through it, compiling follow-up questions, and mining for design opportunities, which makes the deciphering component integral in the learning experience and co-creation. Any assumptions the design team makes can quickly be corrected or validated by the Hong Kong team during this key collaboration phase. Throughout this design development process, Hong Kong has been switching roles with Guam U. They too are receiving unique, culturally specific consumer and contextual research to use in defining a new design opportunity themselves. Within the allotted timeframe, all documentation is constantly being uploaded onto a cloud archive that eventually is open to the community of distance design subscribers. This collection makes up a growing, living, interactive database for ethnographic research that can be shared and contributed to long after the project ends. The archives would be tracked by online analytics that can help designers to identify shifts or preferences within that specific culture over time. The distance design framework serves not only students learning to use ethnographic research for design, and educators who champion global perspectives and critical distance, but also, more universally, for those from each group that might not have resources to participate in a traditional study abroad experience. My students are non-traditional, and they bring their unique backgrounds to the classroom to the betterment of all, but only those fortunate enough to have the physical, temporal, and economic flexibility could participate in an international program, even though, invariably, the education would likely benefit them. Besides human-centered design, other design thinking mindsets are encouraged and augmented with digital tools in this framework. Radical collaboration is fostered because designers are in fact dependent on the researchers and vice versa. That way, everyone contributes their best. The show don't tell mindset will help mitigate any kind of communication obstacles. Depending on thumbs-up ratings and online translation services will only get you so far unless the design team clearly and systematically outlines the research protocol plan and encourages course corrections based on respect for the participants by the research team. The distance design projects will start strongest with established connections with sister institutions. The framework would support this by ascertaining project specifics, including student research and design experience levels. Each team is given time tokens, and they decide where they want to use them. That way, no team can dominate the attention of the other team. This also works as a kind of budgeting so students can see if the return on investment for their project makes sense. This helps clarify roles and expectations, so the co-creation experience is balanced and fair. The proposed distance design framework will open up the world to all design students and better prepare them for an increasingly global profession.